Welcome back, everybody. This is Weirdly Artistic, episode 1 of season 3.
We're back.
Welcome back, my weirdos.
We are back.
We're back.
It's been a while.
We're Voldemort. We're back.
You now
We have
put your
returned.
faith in me.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah. The boy who lives. We are back.
But we're back, stronger than ever. Nick and Jose, season 3. So, episode 1, more of an intro to the rest of the season.
I'll let you know what's going on.
We just wanted to catch you guys up on what we've been doing, what we've been up to, and
What we plan
for the future of Weirdly Artistic. So, it's been a busy summer.
Very busy summer.
Very busy summer.
Big transitions.
Big projects that we've been working on. We went out of continental U.S. to do some filming and photo taking, and now we're back. We're settling into the fall. We're getting into gear for what's coming next.
We're Seattle based, by the way, so fall for us is like
the Seattle freeze is real.
Yeah. It won't freeze yet.
But
It's just gonna get wet.
The Seattle wetness is real though, and yeah,
I like it.
I mean, I've been told I live in the wrong state. I want something sunny, but
You're Mexican,
my
bro.
life is here. But yeah, no, we're settling in for the fall.
Yeah.
We're getting started on our new project for the Jacob Owens horror contest.
Yeah. We have not chosen a script yet.
We
will have probably already filmed.
So we have 2 scripts. We both came up with a story. We're not going to spoil too much into the stories.
We're not going to tell you anything about it.
Nothing, except for the fact that it's based in the Pacific Northwest.
And you've probably already seen our story by the time you see this episode. But that's fine.
We might release. Who knows? But yeah, so we're both writing scripts. We're editing this weekend, revision 3.
Yep. Final revisions.
So we've been reading each other the scripts, giving each other, like little critiques. This is what I like. This is what's missing. And then we're gonna.
This is what I've felt.
Yeah. So we're revising one final time, and then we're choosing at the end of the weekend. It's Friday, so we have 3 days to revise, reread, revise, and then give it to each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna choose, and then we're filming in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're going out to the mountains.
I guess we can give you the setting. We're going up to a cabin, and we're gonna film it there. But I'm excited, dude.
I'm hyped.
I'm excited.
Regardless of the story, like I'm excited for the time we're gonna have. I'm excited that like there's no rush. We're not doing it in one day.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's last year. What I love is that last year we both wrote it. We co-wrote like the storyline, and we both like from ground up. I love that this year I'm pushing myself a little bit. Yeah. Like you obviously have script writing in your background. You have a minor in script writing and film and everything. I am very fresh to script writing, and I love that
You're doing a great job.
I'm in a position where I'm having to push myself. Yeah. So I'm very excited about this opportunity.
It's gonna help you with spec ads and all that stuff, which is great.
It's been awesome having like this opportunity to write a full story, like basically from my imagination. I think it's been super cool. It's got a little influences from my trip that I just took.
It does.
It does. It's very heavily influenced from my trip, which we'll get into the trip itself, but no more spoilers after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna come together, start writing some shot lists. Getting
next week
ready.
is gonna be heavy pre-production, like heavy pre-production.
We're probably not gonna release this by the time we have to film, but we are gonna be looking for an actor, maybe 2.
Yeah. We'll see what we need.
We'll see what we come up with and who we. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
They're both great stories.
Good stories. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. Jacob Owens, thank you if you ever hear this. But yeah, it's a great opportunity.
He'll hear this.
Yeah.
Manifest it.
He knows. He knows about us. It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the projects. We're heavily in trainings like we always are, but this quarter really kicked into overdrive, I think.
Dude. It's only getting crazier.
It's been extensive. So, I mean, the Akramov one was...
We have moved in the last month and a half over 5-6 hours of content.
Yeah, and from like
people are
from
like, oh,
production to fully finalized trainings
And we were both on trips.
Keep in mind that it was 6 sections. Each section was about an hour long, and each section was about 4 or 5 videos. So it was cut up into about 10, 15-minute sections. So 25 to 30 videos that we took from production to finalized products in about a month and a half.
While being on vacation.
Yeah. So Nick went to Alaska. I went to Turkey and Greece.
We went to opposite sides of the world. I went to where I belong, and he went to where he belongs.
I belong in Greece.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's the greatest place.
It was, okay, I loved it because I was in Istanbul, and people knew I was not Turkish.
Yeah.
Like they knew I wasn't. I thought I'd blend in. I even grew out the beard a little bit, and I was like, I'm going to blend in. I'm going to be a local. And it was funny. People would be like, where are you from? Like, because obviously, like, I couldn't speak the language. I was like, hello. And like, I say merhaba, which is how you say hello in Turkish. What?
Yeah.
But, I'd be like, merhaba. And then they would speak in Turkish, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I speak English.
That's how I feel every time I go to Mexico.
And then they were like, oh, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm from America, like the U.S. And they're like, you're not from America. Where are you from? And I'm like, I'm Mexican, technically. Born in the U.S., but I am Mexican. And they were like, yeah, we knew. And I was like, dang.
Damn.
And then I went to Greece, and they were like, are you Turkish? And I was like, no, I'm Mexican. They're like, oh, you look Turkish. And I was like, really? Because I was not
told I looked Turkish last week.
But apparently Amanda filled me in on this, that Greeks and Turks don't get along.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, there was like
same as
there was a war at some point, and I guess they still don't get along. And like day one in Athens, like we went to this grocery store to get groceries, obviously, and what do you get? Yeah. And like the owner was like, are you Turkish? And I'm like, no, I'm actually from America. I'm Mexican. And he was like, okay. And Amanda was like, he was about to beat your ass up. Yeah. He's probably gonna kick you out. I'm like, actually, maybe. Now that you're telling me about
you're lucky you're Mexican.
Their little feud. But yeah, no, it was fun. Got to take some great pictures. On my side, you had haven't had time to edit. It's been busy.
Oh, dude. I did like an initial edit, and then I haven't touched them since.
No, you had some great pictures though.
Thank you.
The waterfall one I think was one of my favorites.
You haven't even seen something like the glacier photos.
There is one when you had like a bunch of boats perfectly lined up in your shot
all the way through.
And I was just like, oh,
that was whale watching.
That was crazy. That was one of my those two, the waterfall one and the one with the ships like all lined up. I was like, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
that was great.
Well, I got this new bad boy, so that's
right.
Yeah.
Tell the people where you got that from.
From who I like to say my boy, Jacob Owens. He posted on Instagram and he's like, hey, I'm selling my camera. And I've been looking for a camera for probably like 4 months.
Yeah. We've been talking to me about it and specking on what you want to get.
Yeah, just like trying to figure out what I wanted. And then Jacob Owens posted one day, and I think I came like running into the office.
You did, yeah.
I was like, dude,
I found it. You're like, I've been looking at this one already, and the fact that he's selling it.
Yeah, it's a little older than what I wanted, but it's like, it's fine. It's got the quality
it's
that
still
I needed.
An upgrade.
Yeah, and so Jacob Owens posted, and then I reached out, and he ended up reaching back out, and he's like, oh, dope. Like, there's a bunch of people reaching out. You reached out just in the perfect time. And then he's like, also, saw your last name, so I'm going to send you a couple filters as well. And so I was like, let's go.
Their names are also spelled slightly differently than traditionally.
Yeah, so he's Jacob with a K. I'm Nick with only a K, and then he's an Owens. I'm an Owens. It was meant to be. It was literally meant to be. So yeah, I got a new Canon, which by the way, I switched to Canon.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that was an episode that we recorded prior. It'll come out after this episode, but we were talking about the different camera types and like exactly what they're. Depending on what you want to do, you should probably follow the pathway of what the camera companies kind of focus on. Yeah.
They all can do what you need.
And I think we talked about Canon being what you needed.
Yeah. So. And I switched, but also the main factor is every lens that I buy now fits our videography and our Canon lenses.
Yeah, so versatility is, I mean, one big aspect of AOP.
And then red is a goal, so like these lenses fit the red. So it's like, let's just keep on that path.
It worked out perfectly. So so we got the horror movie coming up. We have
We've been traveling, we've been
grinding.
We're happy to be back though. Gosh,
it's nice to be. It's taken me like 2-3 weeks to settle back in.
Yeah,
I've
we
never
haven't had a chance, dude.
I've never traveled that extensively. It's always been to like Mexico, and what jet lag? You're 2 hours behind. Like, it's not crazy.
It takes a while.
Being 10 hours ahead.
It's a whole different day.
It's a whole, dude. I can't. It's taken me
legit time travel.
It actually has taken me 2 weeks to like really settle in. Like, I was trying to like go to sleep like the first week back. I was going to bed at like 3-4 in the morning, and I'm like, dude, what is up? But I mean, I've never experienced it, but yeah, it's taken me it's taken me a couple weeks to get back. I'm finally settling back in. We're getting back into the groove. This week has been very, very productive.
Hugely productive. The studio's 90% done.
Dude, actually, yeah, we'll throw in a little clip of the studio, but it's obviously the new setup, the new table, the comic book props to Nick.
It's a little bit of us. It's a little bit of us.
Props to Nick for doing this.
Paper mache in 3rd grade, you know. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks. That's right. Yeah, Lori's a scrapbooker, and
she taught me how to paper mache, so I learned how to get these comics out here.
Bad boy. Yeah, it's mostly Spider-Man, Flash, and
I don't know how that happened. I was just cutting a ton up, and then
it was funny though, because we got like when we went comic book shopping, it was like we got a bunch of different ones, but it ended up being a lot of Spider-Man.
My subconscious took over.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I think we're both similar in the fact that Spider-Man and Batman were both very influential growing up.
Yeah,
and I think we just like defer in like slight things.
Oh, you're so
Shouts
dark.
to Remy LeBeau.
Yeah, yeah, Remy.
Dude, I hope Channing Tatum gets his own movie.
Yeah, we'll see.
He did a good job. Like,
he did an amazing job.
As funny as that was,
the action.
I've said this before, that like I will only see as like Channing as Remy LeBeau instead of like actually Gambit. But I actually was very surprised. He was amazing. I was happily surprised, and you know he's about to make a name for himself out here. Huh?
What does Deadpool say? He's like, "Who was your voice coach?
Who's your voice coach?"
Yeah, this is great.
No, that was good. But yeah, so that's
where we've been. That's where we're at. Where are we going with this?
A lot more trainings. I'll tell you that. A lot more trainings. The studio's fully functional, so we're wanting to start promoting it. Getting people in here using the space, because I mean that's the ultimate goal, is creating
be creative and gain perspective.
Be creative, gain perspective, making a spot where anyone can come and film, whether it's photography, whether it's videography. We want somewhere where
come and create,
when people can be comfortable and be who they want to be.
Yeah, it's a space for you.
Exactly. So yeah, well, I think that's the next step, is just promoting, getting people in here,
forward with all of this.
Helping people along their journey of videography and photography, and seeing where it goes.
Collaborating.
Yeah,
it's
collaborating time.
It's collaborating time.
It's collaborating time.
So what are we doing with the podcast? Why are we back?
So podcast, we want to have it be a lot more informational.
Yeah.
Really giving back to the community. And collaborating. I mean, that's something that we harp on a lot, is collaborating. But this is really the first step that I think we're taking to really, really get into, get as involved with helping people as much as we can. We talked about creating a training series.
Yeah.
Of, obviously, like we mentioned, Nick has a minor in filming.
I have a major in production.
Major in production, minor in film,
minor
or minor in
script writing.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're really using that knowledge to obviously
help.
Being selfish, helping myself by learning more, but as well as teaching everyone everything that he's learned, everything that I'm learning.
Basically, college in like 1 or 2 packets, which is crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what we're wanting to just give back to everyone and spread the knowledge, help you guys learn the rules so you can break them.
Break the rules.
Exactly.
That's the best part of filmmaking.
Yeah. So, I think that's where we're going next. And it's going to be a lot more tech oriented. We're going to be talking about, obviously, like you'll see in an episode coming up, the different cameras, the different companies and what they specialize in. New tech coming out as far
people
as like
from the industry.
More interviews with more people in the industry, software
traditional
updates.
paths versus non-traditional paths of getting into the film industry. Like we're a very non-traditional path of getting into it.
So I mean, it's really just that. It's different aspects of giving back to you guys and helping everyone along the path of this career.
We want to supply something at this point and not be an opinion-based podcast, but be something where it's like, we've done this, we've been through this.
We want you guys to get something out of this.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we want you guys obviously to watch our stuff and like our opinions, and it's fun to do that, but I think it's time to really give you guys something to actually bite down on.
Yeah. Well, and feel like, you just didn't have McDonald's fries, but you actually had some meat and potatoes.
There's some substance, yeah. You got to eat your veggies, and I think we're going to supply a little bit more broccoli and carrots and stuff.
Yeah. You may not like it, but it's good for you.
But it's going to help you grow.
It's good for you.
Like your mama said.
Yeah. Just eat your Wheaties.
Eat your Wheaties. I had a bowl of Wheaties this morning.
Nice.
Not really, but,
I had some protein cereal actually this morning. It's not good, and it's really expensive, so I told Helena, do not ever buy this again.
I technically had wheat for breakfast.
Do you have toast?
We went downstairs. Yeah. I technically had wheat.
Yeah.
Very filling, very, very carbohydrate full.
That's the goal. We're going to bring you some carbs.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the goal for the podcast. We hope you guys obviously get as much as you can out of this. We're going to keep filling you guys in on, projects going on, future stuff going on, stuff we learn, stuff we...
tips and tricks and just kind of what's going on. I feel it's, we're in Seattle, so we're kind of a different industry. We're a little more commercial based. Mm-hmm. We're not the LA or the New York. So it's a little just
or
different.
Georgia.
Or Georgia. Yeah. Or Vancouver.
Yeah.
Which are very heavy film. I should say movie based.
Yeah.
Seattle we're very heavy commercial. We've got all the tech in the world. We've got all of the major companies of things that you use on a daily. You got Amazon, Google, T-Mobile. You got all these things.
Big tech.
So we're gonna bring you experience on this life, and it's a little different. Yeah. It's a little different than the movie world. Yeah,
and I think we both have a little bit of a ambition to bring the movie world to the Pacific Northwest.
It's a huge goal of mine.
I think that's going to be something that we definitely try to strive for. I think one of the first doors that we see open is obviously the Jacob Owens horror contest. But yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to do more, bringing the movie aspect to Pacific Northwest. I mean, we have the little button, keep film in Washington.
Yeah, I went on strike for that.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Nick is very, very heavily in that. You've striked before for it.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it to be my turn. But yeah, no,
the contract goes up in a couple years, so
okay. Well, there we go. We hope you guys will be there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely influenced my way of thinking and what I want at the end. I definitely want to get my own movies out there if possible.
Or even just stories, short stories, whatever it is. Telling stories that impact people to me is like, there's just something about it.
Me personally, and I think Nick can say the same thing, I want to trailblaze more film in Washington and the Pacific Northwest in general.
Yeah, and there's definitely guys up here that are doing the same that are farther than us as well.
Yeah, but we want to help. We want to be a part of it. So I think that's the goal for Weirdly Artistic is give you guys information and help trailblaze the movie industry here.
Yeah, we're bringing it to you right here. It's time. Weirdly Artistic.
Stay weird.
Stay weird.